Now, with Harvey Weinstein and that outrage over his new settlement with accusers, where he will not have to admit wrongdoing or use any of his own money. Paula Ferris is here with those details for us. Good morning, Paula.
Good morning, Robin. Many alleged victims are upset that Weinstein doesn't personally have to pay a dime from this proposed settlement. One saying she felt sick and hopeless agreeing to the payout, but felt there were no legal alternatives.
On the verge of surgery, Harvey Weinstein arriving at court with the aid of a walker. Weinstein and his former company agreeing to settle claims with dozens of women who've alleged sexual misconduct against the disgraced movie mogul for $47 million. ABC News has learned the deal will not require Weinstein to admit any wrongdoing or pay anything to his accusers himself. The payouts instead coming from insurance companies representing Weinstein's former studio, the Weinstein Company. And that $47 million isn't all going to the victims. About $16 million of it, nearly 35%, instead is going to lawyers for Weinstein and other former members of the board. According to the New York Times, if the proposed deal is approved by the court, 18 of Weinstein's alleged victims would share $6.2 million, with no one person getting more than $500,000. And $18.5 million is going to be set aside for any future accusers. 3 of the women who accepted the deal tell the New York Times they did so because they didn't see any alternative. One of the women saying accepting the deal made her feel defeated and hopeless. One of the 3 women, Caitlin Delaney, who accepted the offer, says she has mixed feelings.
I have definitely felt defeated and hopeless going through this settlement process. I hope that this settlement can bring some kind of peace and some kind of closure for a lot of women.
Overnight, Time's Up reacting, saying if this is the best the survivors could get, the system is broken. The announcement comes on the same day that Weinstein appeared in court, his bail raised from $1 to $5 million, following claims that he violated his ankle bracelet monitoring requirements dozens of times.
Just because a woman makes a claim does not mean that it is true. And just because Mr. Weinstein is accused of a crime does not mean that he is guilty.
Weinstein using a walker in court, his lawyers say ahead of surgery scheduled for today to relieve back pain from a car accident this August.
And several of his alleged victims have rejected the payout, claiming it's unfair. As for Weinstein, no comment on this proposed settlement, but he continues to deny any allegations of non-consensual sex. And Robin, you saw him using a walker in court. His reps say his health is deteriorating. He's having surgery today, and his criminal sexual assault trial begins January 6th.
Yes, thank you, Paula, because this is separate from that criminal trial. Let's bring in our legal analyst, Dan Abrams. First of all, I know not all the accusers agreed to this deal, but some want to know why would any of them
Right,
agree?
so there are a number of reasons. First of all, a number of them have legal challenges with their claims. Statute of limitations, do they have enough evidence? They've lost some legal rulings in court, etc. So for many of them, they feel this is likely the best they can do in civil court. As you point out, though, this is the civil cases. This does not in any way impact the criminal case against Harvey Weinstein. And that is ongoing. And that is active, and that is happening, and that is moving forward in New York, where he is charged with crimes where he could face, in effect, the rest of his life in prison.
And we see from the piece that the money is coming from the insurance companies. Why doesn't he have to pay himself?
Because in sexual harassment cases, typically it is the company that is responsible for the acts of an individual like Harvey Weinstein. There's also insurance. And so this is about how much can they get out of the insurance company. But as you point out, you've got a bankruptcy court situation where the Weinstein Company's in bankruptcy. So you need a bankruptcy judge to sign off on it. You need a federal judge to sign off on it. And when you have these vocal victims who are saying, don't do this, this is not a done deal.
A big chunk of this money is going to pay Weinstein's lawyers. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, because the insurance company is covering that company. And so the lawyers have accrued all of these expenses. I'm not justifying, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that's the reality of the way these things work.
Wow. Thanks, Dan.
All right, thank you so much, Dan.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.